Welcome, Pisces. Thank you for listening to your reading of June 5th, 2022 on your Zodiac Attraction channel, where you will know what the future holds, both in money, your numbers for today, love, health, work and family. So listen the whole video so you don't miss a thing. With Mars in your Pisces sign and now the direct influence of Neptune in the vibration of the 7th of this Sunday, anything can happen. Prepare yourself for an upcoming event that will be successful and promises a lot for you. But do not forget that with Saturn and Venus in retrograde you must be cautious enough to take all the necessary measures and leave nothing to chance. The moon this Sunday will help you a lot to balance your sentimental balance and put your realities and your desires in perspective. One thing is to want something, and the other to really need it. Today events happen to remind you that your dreams will never come true unless you take an active stance in planning for their realization. Maybe people will call you to wake you up and remind you that you can't always have your head in the clouds. Make sure this doesn't stop you from dreaming at the same time. At the same time, you must remind others how important it is to dream. Approaching everything slowly and steadily may lose the rewards of acting spontaneously. Forget what ruins your life, take the glass half empty like a glass half full. You have the cards in your hand. The only person who can make the right decisions for yourself is you. You need to moderate yourself, but don't isolate yourself. Do it without feeling guilty or worrying. You would need to do an endurance sport to find a better balance, work out to relieve tension. The atmosphere is serene. Your exchanges are warm, full of promise for the future. You are laying the foundations. But friendly complicity remains an ideal that seems difficult to access. You doubt too much of your potential. Perfection is not of this world. Remain flexible and smiling with your interlocutors and above all, tolerant. Some people around you find it hard to settle down and can create new situations without asking too many questions. Fortunately, you do not suffer any consequences. Intense conversations could manifest over brunch with your buddies this morning, dear fish, as the moon continues its journey through Taurus, sharing a sweet connection to Pluto. Don't be afraid to go deep with the people you care about right now, as their advice and insight can help to evolve your perspective. As the afternoon rolls around, the moon makes its way into chatty Gemini, which could inspire you to invite some friends over to your space. However, this cosmic climate will also ask you to get more organized at home, so try not to let the party run too late. The moon spends another day in your sector of routines and habits, dear Pisces, and you can be interested in bringing more order to your life. Details count most this morning, so do your best to get them right so you can move forward more freely. As the day advances, perspective comes. Family may be particularly in your corner now, and it can be a good time for sharing news or ideas with loved ones. Problem solving improves, mainly related to money, personal possessions, family, and home life. Openness is in the air, allowing you to relax and enjoy the moment rather than worry too much about the future. A sunshine boost helps you find ways to understand and accept yourself and get closer to others. Now we will tell you how it will go with money and luck, but first remember to give us a like, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. This helps us a lot and so you never miss your daily reading. Money and luck. Check daily your balances in your checkbooks and accounts, payments, and duties. This way you won't be surprised by an overdraft on your checks or fraudulent activity, and you can act on time. Be sure to review them to avoid unpleasant surprises during this cycle of retrograde planets. Take note, literally, of all the ideas and inspirations that come to mind today. You are going through an especially intuitive and spiritual phase. You'll discover creative uses for the new equipment, or come up with an idea that will fix the system's problems once and for all. Don't be surprised if one of these ideas opens a totally different door for you. You are ready for this change. Today promises to be a particularly favorable day for you. You will benefit from the ideal position of Mercury in your sky, which will reflect on you all its benefactor aura. You will feel like you are in vain and feel that no one will be able to resist you. This might be the perfect day to try your hand at gambling or to ask your boss for a raise. This perspective is all the more true for the natives of the second decan, who will see this positive influence reinforced by the very particular alignment of the planets. Lucky numbers. Your lucky numbers for June 5th are 17, 23, 26, 44, 40, 34. Daily love. You, Pisces, are extremely sensitive, and that is beautiful, but there is something you must know. Understanding the motivations of others does not necessarily imply that you must accept or justify them. You are not to censor or criticize anyone, but to listen, and in doing so that person will see in you the receptive ear that pays attention to them. Your offbeat character upsets and angers your partner. Suddenly you are calling for surprises and change, you who seem to be accommodating yourself to a harmonious and pacifist routine. The hold of Uranus gives you a feeling of dissatisfaction, which you manifest in a lightness imbued with authority. Single, you excel in the art of whim, and you are particularly difficult with your suitors. You have apparently decided to play the blocker in circles. Get together with other people and display your charms. Take the opportunity to have fun with people, especially if the events of the day end in a social gathering, whether for business or pleasure. Be careful, however, not to pair it with someone who may not be interested in what you say at all. He is likely sending you signals in that direction. You will need to pay close attention to these warnings to curb the flood of words when necessary. At work. If you do not have a job, do not be impatient, because your moment is already approaching and it is closer than you imagine. What has happened to you is that due to the retrograde transit of Jupiter, temporary interruptions have occurred, but they are already being resolved in this astral stage of June. Today, you are recommended to accept some financial challenges that will be offered to you, as they represent a positive rise in the long term. Also, give yourself a healthy dose of fun in your spending if you want to maintain some enthusiasm. If you are currently lacking creativity on the work side, do not panic, you will soon get back on your feet. You could be going through a calm period without it being negative. Today you will have good news. The energy of the day will create a breakthrough of some kind. You may get the inspiration you've been waiting for to finish a certain creative project. Or maybe you find that a very attractive acquaintance is developing a romantic interest in you. You will enjoy seeing that things are finally going well for you. You deserve a little good luck. Health. The intuition of your Pisces sign will be evidenced on this day, when you quickly recover from a disorder that has been afflicting you recently and from which you have not been able to relieve yourself in the past despite your efforts. To regain a more vibrant and healthy life, it is high time that you quit smoking and drinking. We do not recall that the abuse of alcohol and tobacco is dangerous for health. Don't be afraid to ask those around you for help. They are there for that too. You can also replace the lack with a good workout in gymnastics or swimming. If none of this tells you, a big walk may be enough. Today you'll be in the mood to make real progress. You may set a new career goal. You will commit to increasing your income shortly. At first, you will decide to fight for a more important job position. But if your company doesn't allow it, you can look for a new job. You will feel good if you commit to fulfilling your dreams. Family and friends. Don't play devil's advocate. If there's a longtime friend in your circle of acquaintance who tends to hit you 400 times, it might be time for you to confront them with their actions. Don't constantly excuse his attitude out of habit. If you really care about his friend, it will be better to have a heart-to-heart and express your emotions than to let your annoyances unravel. These will only plague your chances of forming stronger bonds in the future. We love that you get to this part of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, and leave us your comments. At Zodiac Attraction we always read them, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.